So the first presentation is by, in fact, the chair of the International Artemia Aquaculture Consortium, Professor Yong-Ying Sung, Sunny as we call him. And the title of the presentation is Artemia Tank Cultures Experiences from Malaysia. Sunny, you have the floor. And you can follow the time on the screen.
Okay. Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you very much to Simon. A very good morning to all of you, and it's good to be back after so many years being away. And it's always nice to see familiar faces and meet new friends. And well, in fact, this is a long hurdle with Patrick to set up together with Li Ying, the IAAC, and have it see it developing so well today. So I'm going to share with you what Malaysia has done over the past 10 years, I would say. Well, I'm going to share with you a bit of progress on Artemia tank cultures. And for your information, Malaysia is not a country where you could find salt lakes, and that will be the natural habitat of Artemia. So we do not have natural Artemia in Malaysia. So therefore, we do not have any ways for us to get biomass and also for cyst production as well. So nevertheless, there are few farms in Malaysia which produces Artemia biomass at a backyard scale, very, very little ones across Malaysia. In fact, one of the main concern of those farmers is that when we culture Artemia biomass in Malaysia, would it be profitable? And they are not very keen into Artemia culture is because that in their perspective that once you want to culture Artemia, first of all, you have to find food for Artemia. And the best food of Artemia is in fact microalgae. Therefore, if they would like to culture Artemia, they first would culture microalgae first. So it's a lot of cost that has to be pumped in to start Artemia culture. Therefore, farmers in Malaysia, they opt for other live food species such as rotifers, moina, and daphnia. But then those live food are very good to be applied in fresh water, but not in seawater. Therefore, a lot of farmers still think that Artemia is the best and the most important live food species in Malaysia. Well, in the last decade, I received a lot of requests from Malaysian farmers that why Malaysia we do not produce Artemia, why we need to depend on imported cysts, which we could not regulate the price, or we are paying expensive cysts over the years. So, in fact, those type of questions allow us to explore into Artemia culture in the last decades. Well, if you look at the Malaysia, this is just the peninsular Malaysia. We have the Borneo side, but nothing there with regards to Artemia culture in Borneo. But in the peninsular Malaysia, you see very little farms and very few farms that explore into Artemia biomass production. Now, how it all started? Well, it all started with a dream. And just like Martin Luther King, after my PhD, I have a dream. I have a dream that one day Malaysia would be able to produce our Artemia cysts and also Artemia biomass. And of course, one of the complaints that I often receive from farmers is that when they buy Artemia biomass from other countries, imported source, what you see is that you always get Artemia biomass on the left side, which they are not properly controlled in terms of quality. Therefore, when they defrost these Artemia, they are all crushed up. Basically, you don't see good intact bodies of Artemia, whereas if we can produce it locally, we can supply local farmers with good quality, high quality Artemia with intact body. So over the last 10 to 15 years, we have explored some research into using artificial alternative or agricultural byproduct. And for your information, Malaysia is one of the biggest palm oil producing countries in the world. And we generate a lot of agricultural byproduct, just like the palm kernel expeller. So I have given a task 12 years ago to one of my postgraduate students, why not use palm kernel expeller as one of the alternative and test whether Artemia eats them or not, and if it is ingested by Artemia, how well they grow, and what color do they have. And for your information, color is a very important factor. In Malaysia, no one wants pale white Artemia. They want super red Artemia. Therefore, the feed used, other than to regulate them by oxygen, but the feed itself is very important to make them red. Therefore, in the last decade, we have explored the use of palm kernel expeller, and we tested with a lot of Artemia strain and also sources that we could see that upon feeding with these PKE and the extract generated from those PKE, you will find that the Artemia grow as well as those fed with microalgae. They grow to adult within 14 days. And if the optimization is good, sometimes you get adults in 10 days' time. So myself and Patrick, we were very thrilled also to see what this food could do. So I'm very pleased because I got a lot of support from the Malaysian government and also my university, University of Malaysia, Terengganu. And they have approved a big grant to me in the last 6 years that I worked on to this grant. And we name it as the UMT Translational Research Project. So we develop technologies in my university in a hope to disseminate knowledge to our local community, how to produce Artemia, and of course to create also entrepreneurship, some income generation program for our university, and also in long run, we hope to reduce the import of Artemia. So what we did was, we were the first to build an Artemia hatchery in Malaysia. And building an Artemia hatchery, we need a lot of consultation from experts, good friends from Vietnam, from China. Li Ying was involved. Patrick is the #1 supporter in this project. And within 2 years, we built up the Artemia hatchery, and it now consists the Artemia culture facilities. We have food preparation facilities. We also have developed the depuration and sterilization facilities. Packaging comes with blisters, and we have a small QC laboratory and also pilot scale cyst production tank. We are not so successful yet at the moment, but we did start some work on cyst production in tank, and hopefully that we get a good selection from the process. So this is how the UMT Artemia hatchery looks like. We have equipped our hatchery with 2 big 100-ton tank. It's just like swimming pool. And we have 46 1-ton tank to culture Artemia only. So in Malaysia, of course, the demand for Artemia is not that high at the moment, but then the price is very high. Just imagine in Malaysia, we could sell live Artemia biomass at 20 USD per kilo. And you could sell Artemia frozen biomass at about 10 to 12 US dollar per kilo. And this is good price, but it is a huge difference if you compare to those we got from China, from Thailand. And of course, those are the preference of the farmers, so we leave it to them. But a lot of them has interest into purchasing our Artemia. And from this 1 ton tank, we could grow Artemia within 10 to 14 days, 1 to 2 cycles per month. And if you put in about 0.8, if you put at 0.8 to 1 gram of Artemia knobli, you could get 1 to 2 kilo of biomass in a batch culture system. And that you can harvest 2 or 3 times in a month. So from the big tank, it's impressive to see that when we feed this food to the Artemia, we are doing continuous culture. We did not change the water of the swimming pool for 9 months. That was the record that we have. So we maintain the water, and feeding this type of food does not contaminate the Artemia as well. So we just top up water, and every day you can collect from both tanks 3 kilos, 2 kilos, and you have constant harvests daily. But of course, if you want to harvest more, you have to restock Artemia knobli daily into the tank. But this is some good progress that we have achieved, and it is also nice to see that feeding them this type of food will yield good color of those Artemia biomass as well. And you see that they are indeed red in color. And when you look at the water, it's nothing green, so we don't use microalgae. It's only that particular food. So this is some video that I would like to show you in big tanks. So they are very packed. Every day you just take a plankton net. So my student will take a plankton net, and they will just scoop daily 2 or 3 kilos, give them 24 hours, restock knobli, and you can harvest them continuously, daily, for the rest of 8 to 9 months' time without water change. So this is something that it's quite impressive. Now, from the hatchery, for the entrepreneurship, we produce live Artemia biomass, so we sell it to the local farmers, and we harvest them just like any other aquaculture farms will do, and then we pack them and we ship them to across Malaysia. At the moment, we are not selling to other countries, all local use. Okay. All right, so the second product that we produce is frozen Artemia. So if we do not have maximum sales or good sales from the live Artemia biomass, we will freeze them, and then we will pack them. And we got a machine from China. It's not very expensive, but it helps us to pack it into blister forms. And the hobbyists, the ornamental fish hobbyists, and the ornamental fish farmer likes them very much, and very nice that we could create our own brand. So you see UMT everywhere in the packaging, and that brings a lot of good promotion for the university as well. And here we also produce some freeze-dried Artemia, all in moderate quantity, because our hatchery is not a very big one, so it's just to create, first of all, the perception and promotion of utilization of Artemia in Malaysian aquaculture. But of course, cyst has been there for decades. We have been purchasing cysts, but at our hatchery, we see a lot of cysts in our tanks as well. So, but at the moment, we are not doing a lot in cyst production because it is not so profitable, because tank production of cyst is still very, very low as compared to pond production. But those cysts that we generated, we also make them into decapsulated cysts, and we pack it in such a way that we supply to ornamental fish hobbyists and also local farmers as well. And that is used for aquarium fishes, of course. So in this part of the project, we also partner with ornamental fish producers. So we established Artemia satellite hatchery in the southern states of Peninsular Malaysia, just next to Singapore. And we partner up together to market Artemia, and hopefully that one day we are successful in pushing out Artemia via export to other countries. So if you see here, we are also selling Artemia through Shopee. Shopee is like the online shopping platform in Malaysia, and we could go up to a high price as well. So yeah, we provide a lot of training to private sectors, industries, particularly ornamental fish farmers. They come and we give them lectures, and we teach them how to grow Artemia. And of course, other than that, government agencies, people from the Department of Fisheries, people from other universities, and other organization, governmental organization, we also provide training for them. And of course, the most recent ones, thanks to Patrick also to link up with the FAO. So FAO brought one lecturer from Laos, and this project was based in Laos, Savanakhet University, and within this project framework, they are going to start some tank production of Artemia for the purpose of human consumption. So this is still ongoing, but the training has been done, and hopefully that one day Laos is successful to produce Artemia biomass in tanks. So before I end my presentation, I think my dream does not stop there, only in tank cultures. I think one of the most important aspects that we should think of is mass production of Artemia biomass and also Artemia cysts in Malaysia. And with the tank culture system, of course, it is not profitable to do so. Therefore, we would pursue a network of industries in Malaysia, which we would expand our experience from tank cultures to pond cultures. And we are very, very glad that we got quite a big investment from the Perak State Development Corporation, and they have proposed to us to mass produce Artemia biomass and cysts in the state of Perak, which they have provided us with, for a start, 14 acres of land and some funding, some investment for us to have a trial to culture Artemia in Malaysia. And I'm also very, very happy that with the assistance of UMT, my boss is here, Prof. Marina is here, that the university always supports us to have our own spin-off company. And I have established the Artemia Eco Harvest Sdn Bhd in Malaysia, and from the university to have a good partnership with the Perak State Development Corporation. And I hope to see that this project could be take off end of this year. So the key products that was suggested between the partnership was to produce Artemia cysts in ponds. Of course, it comes with biomass, and also to include some model prawn farms on how we apply those Artemia biomass and also cysts to prawn production. And hopefully that this will take off and be successful in years to come. Of course, we have a lot of major challenges. Malaysia is not an Artemia producing country, so we are new kids on the block, we say it. So, and of course, we still need to learn a lot from China, Vietnam, our good friends, on how to produce Artemia cysts from ponds. Yeah, and Bangladesh as well. So if Mizanur is here, so they have been very successful in one of the EU projects also led by Patrick to produce Artemia cysts in the Bangladesh. And well, the market, the aquaculture market in Malaysia is still very small. Therefore, the utilization of Artemia cysts and the biomass is still small compared to Vietnam, China, Indonesia, Thailand, and other Southeast Asia countries. So I'd like to thank those who have contributed to the work which I have done, especially Patrick. He has given a lot of moral support and also in terms of knowledge in how we should produce Artemia in Malaysia. And of course, the university, all of our nice friends, good friends from around the world. Now, some of the techniques of the tank cultures has been included in this FAO manual. So if you are you have a copy, please go through and you will find a chapter on tank cultures. So thank you very much, and I look forward to receiving your questions during the break. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sunny, and we are very proud of the work that you are doing in Malaysia. This is pioneering work, and in fact, we see step by step how the things are evolving, and we are very much convinced that we will see a good future there.